Skilled trade wage data provided by our US government is mostly BS, and this has resulted in thousands and thousands of Americans making huge investments in the college experience based on flawed information.
Wait a minute.
What did you say?
Stick with me for just a couple more minutes and I'll explain more about that. Are you getting told or perhaps hearing that working in skilled trades with your hands outside many times, there's just not enough wages there? You can't make enough to make a good living in America compared to going to a four-year college and getting a degree?
You know, something like that happened to me once.
That was me.
Oh, that happened to me once.
Maybe you've done your own research and you found out, say, a plumber, and you look at online, you find out that what it says online is a plumber makes about $29 per hour or $60,000 a year. Does that sound right?
Oh, that's not right. No.
In this video, I'll explain skilled trade wage data that you typically only hear about from people who don't work in skilled trades.
Some friendly advice?
And especially the information that you read about online that tends to be incorrect and heavily biased towards sending people off to college as the only pathway to have a successful, rewarding career. After that, I'm going to share 3 things that you can do to collect real information about skilled trade wage data in your market so you can make better, more informed career and life decisions.
Does that sound good to you?
Well, that sounds good.
That's a great idea.
So why is the information that we're getting from our US government mostly BS? Well, let's engage our BS filter and take a close look.
Engage.
Number 1, the gears of our government, and I know this won't be a surprise to most of you out there, turn very, very slowly. When wage data finally makes it out of the government bureaucracy, it can be as much as 12 to 24 months old before we ever see it.
It's old, really old.
And when this data shows up on the internet or in the rare occasion covered by the mainstream media, it's rarely disclosed fully as to how old the data really is.
Keep it a secret?
No! Don't write that down!
And number 2 is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I know that's a mouthful, also known as the BLS. And they're widely regarded as the collection source for wage data in the United States. Unfortunately, until we can get some changes made, the BLS relies heavily on mail-in surveys that go out to thousands and thousands of US businesses in order to get their wage data.
It's called junk mail.
The subject of mail-in data collection has come up several times in the last few presidential election cycles. And what's widely understood is that data collection, especially by mail-in when it's voluntary, can be subject to inaccuracies at the very least, and in some cases, manipulation.
I noticed something funny about the mail-in ballot.
An estimated 10,000 uncounted mail-in ballots.
And third is the college bias that says you cannot get ahead in life unless you get a 4-year college education. And this bias has infiltrated mainstream media for sure, and many government agencies, and the BLS is no different.
And now they've taken over.
Years later, the government took it over.
I mean, it's like he's taken over my brain.
This college bias has really helped fuel the narrative that you just cannot make enough wages in skilled trades to make a good living. And the result of this is 65 to 69% of our youth end up going to college based in part by inaccurate wage data.
I can't believe it! I can't believe this!
Here's 3 things you can do to get the truth about skilled trades and will help you make an informed decision about going to college, going back to college, or perhaps maybe going off and learning a skilled trade. Number 1, pick up the phone and call family and friends. That's the best way to go. There's a good chance that you may have an aunt, uncle, friend, somebody that you know that's within your circle that works in skilled trades or has and can give you some insight.
So what do you think? What do you think? So what do you think?
What do you think? What do I think?
What do you think?
Ask them questions about their wages. Ask them things about what they think about skilled trades. What would they change if they could? Things like that. That's going to be a great place to start. And number 2, if you don't happen to have somebody in your family or friend circles that work in skilled trades, I suggest getting on the phone and calling some local contractors. You will be amazed on how willing these people will be to talk to you in many cases. Whoever picks up the phone, just let them know that you live locally and you're considering skilled trades as a possible career path, and you have some questions you'd like to ask, who can I speak with there about that?
I have some questions for you.
I have some questions. Answer them honestly.
I do have some questions for you.
And then you'll see what happens. It could be quite interesting to you. Now, if you are a little lost in the types of questions to ask, we have an answer for you. You just go to skilledtraderescue.com. You go to the Discover page, and down at the very bottom, you'll see our forum. Look for a discussion group on college versus trades. And in there, we'll have starter questions to ask from family and friends. And then also, if you end up calling contractors, try that out. It'll get you started. And number 3, my favorite, get on Google and search for trade schools in your area. You'll be amazed. There may be quite a few, more than you thought. Call up the school, get some information on what they've got going on, find out wage data if they have it. And here's a tip. Ask them if it's possible that you could come into the school and perhaps speak with one of their graduates, which many times they'll be instructors or assistant instructors there, pretty amazing, or somehow connect you up with some of their graduates.
We'll get to the truth.
You get 3-dimensional truth nuggets.
The truth.
These folks can be excellent sources of insights as to wages, like we've been talking about, and a lot more information about skilled trades. So there you have it. I hope you found this video interesting and helpful to you.
Thanks, Dr. Crane. That was helpful.
I'm serious. That was very helpful.
If you want to get more information about actual wages for some of the most popular skilled trades, and we've done a lot of research on this, check out the video on the skilledtraderescue.com Discover page that's titled, I Can Make How Much in Skilled Trades? I think you'll find some great information in there. And lastly, I would encourage you to participate in the skilledtraderescue.com forum that we have on the Discover page for folks that are working in skilled trades currently, as well as people on their journey to find out more about it. If you join up, you can ask questions of other trade professionals and get some really good information. And I think it's definitely worth your time if you want to participate.